Hello, friends, and welcome into College Football Now. I am your host, Tom Downey. The College Football Playoff semifinals, they just wrapped up. We know it's a battle of the Tigers in the CFP title game, so let's preview it here late on Saturday night, really Sunday morning at this point. Number 3 Clemson versus number 1 LSU. I've got a couple of rules for this game before we really dive in here. Number 1, please do not pick the Tigers to win. That's cheating. Please do not do that. Number 2, if LSU and Clemson are not cowards, they will fight for this game will be determining the winner of the rights to use Death Valley as their location. Let's wager something extra beyond just the national title game. Winner gets to use Death Valley. Loser has to use something else. Now, LSU has opened this game as a 4.5-point favorite, although it actually kind of opened as a 5-point line and was quickly betted down just a little bit more towards Clemson. It helps that LSU, as we'll discuss, absolutely kicked the pants off of Oklahoma. And, by the way, for the LSU Tigers, it's in New Orleans. They're going to have a bit of a home field advantage in this one. So who do you guys have in this matchup? Type C for Clemson, L for LSU. Let us know who you've got. I'm going to stick by my prediction of Clemson. I locked them in a while. I got like plus 200 or plus 250 odds on them to win. They're now a little bit better on that front. Again, LSU is the favorite in this one. Keep your votes coming. We'll make that the pinned comment, so scroll on down, place your prediction there. LSU, the favorites against Clemson. And if you're feeling good about a particular team, maybe you feel great about Joe Burrow and the Tigers, the LSU Tigers, or you feel great about Dabo and the Clemson Tigers, go place your bet on BetDSI. It's chatsports.com/bet. That's the URL, takes you right into BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. And then use that promo code on your screen. It is CFB120. It's a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $50, boom, extra 60 coming your way for free. Now, as for how these two teams got here, LSU, wow. That was an ugly game. Frankly, the score isn't even indicative of just how much of a rout this was. It was 49 points for LSU in the first half. Joe Burrow, I know the Oklahoma defense was down a couple starters. It's bad. That was bad showing. Jalen Hurts did not play well. Most of those yards coming in garbage time. Joe Burrow, that was one of the best games I've seen a quarterback play in a long time. And then the first half alone was mind-blowing. 21 of 27, 400 yards, a whole mess of touchdowns. The job that Joe Burrow did in this game, I mean, do you have any doubts about he's going to be the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft to the Cincinnati Bengals? It's a no-brainer, right? In fact, they barely had to. They had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a really good back, barely played in this game because they didn't need him. They ran Chris Curry with Edwards-Helaire banged up. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase fairly quiet. Parnell Motley, I thought, did a pretty good job on him. But Oklahoma down some players. They tried to run out one of the safeties against Justin Jefferson in this game, and LSU just picked on him. Justin Jefferson, Oklahoma had no answer whatsoever in this game. Was a wildly impressive showing. The Oklahoma defense never got going. The offense was pretty limited as well. Justin Broyles was his name, In the end, LSU blows out the Sooners 63-28. Thankfully, as I'm sure many of you watched tonight, we had a much better game in the second college football playoff matchup. Ohio State, the higher seed, was actually the underdog in this one. Guess what? Vegas knew. Clemson down 16-0. Got a questionable, I thought it was the right call, but a questionable targeting penalty gave them new life. They scored on that drive, scored again before the half to make it 14-0 after a bad penalty on Ohio State helped them out there as well. Then there was a negated fumble return for touchdown that went against Ohio State. They had a chance late, the Buckeyes did. Justin Fields trying to find his man. He falls down and an interception. Justin Fields entering this game, 1 interception this year. He throws 2, though, as Trevor Lawrence throws for 259 and a score, runs for another 107 and a score as well. Travis Etienne, great in the passing game. And now it's a battle between the presumptive number 1 pick in this year's NFL draft. That's Joe Burrow on your left. And then the presumptive 2021 number 1 overall pick. That's Trevor Lawrence on your right. Both of them have been impressive this year. But the season by Joe Burrow, perhaps the best we've seen in college football history. A guy that many, including myself, thought, maybe day 3 guy entering this year, maybe he makes a bit of a leap up, has taken a tremendous growth and is going to be the number 1 overall pick to the Cincinnati Bengals, almost his hometown team. Lawrence, meanwhile, ran it a lot against Ohio State. There was something they liked in that matchup, worked out very well, and now he gets to have a chance to repeat as a freshman and now a sophomore as the college football national championship winning quarterback, and assuming they win, probably MVP of that game. Now, if you're an LSU fan, a Clemson fan, just a college football fan, I got a deal for you guys. Head over to chatsports.com/NCAA gear. That is chatsports.com/NCAA gear. Up to 50% off all kinds of gear. And if it's not on sale, they probably got free shipping for you instead. So it ends up being pretty similar. Clemson gear, LSU gear, jerseys, hats, shoes, pretty much everything. So they're on sale or has free shipping. Chatsports.com/NCAA gear. Check the description. Check the comments as well. I got the link so it's easy to click for you guys. Talk more about LSU now. The showing out of Joe Burrow, plus a rushing touchdown as well in this one. They probably could have pulled him earlier. Didn't really end up mattering. That was such a dominant performance. Gotta wonder if this is truly just the year of destiny for LSU. I don't know about you guys. I tend to kind of believe in that sort of thing. He was fantastic. Justin Jefferson balled out as well. What a fantastic showing by the talented young receiver. Maybe he's a day 2 pick. Maybe he's an early round 2 pick in a loaded wide receiver class. Oklahoma had absolutely no answer for him. Here's the best part for LSU. Justin Jefferson isn't the best receiver on this team. That is without a doubt Jamar Chase. By the way, those were Justin Jefferson's first half numbers. Jamar Chase won the National Biblical Award, the best receiver in college football, was mostly held in check. Didn't really end up mattering. This LSU offense is explosive. It is dynamic. It is elite. But what's the one word you think of to describe LSU's offense? Let me know in the comments section. There's any number of adjectives here that I think really make a lot of sense. Maybe elite is the way to go about that. I like explosive because they move the ball quickly. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. On now to Clemson. Trevor Lawrence has been truly a revelation for the Clemson Tigers. They had Kelly Bryant. They made the change. It was the right decision. He's been great. Now, he's always been a better passer than he's been a runner. But Clemson saw something in the Ohio State defense that they said, you know what, Lawrence can run. Let's use him a little bit more there. Helps that in that game, Trevor Lawrence had that long touchdown that kind of maybe didn't swing the momentum fully. Let that 67-yard scamper, took some sacks, still finishes with 16 for 107 and a score. But he's deadly as a passer. I think that will be used a little more against LSU than it was against Ohio State. Travis Etienne, meanwhile, didn't do all that much on the ground. 10 carries, 36 yards, but 3 catches, 98 yards, 3 total touchdowns. 1 on the ground, 2 through the air, one of them on a nice screen, the other on a kind of a jump pass type of play. Ended up working wonders for Etienne. He might not be a first-round pick because running backs don't go that early, but he's going to go on day 1 or day 2 very early, probably a lock for a top 50 pick. He's a fantastic player. LSU will have their hands full with this Clemson offense, one of the best they've faced all year. So as a reminder, Clemson, LSU, who you guys got? Clemson, the underdog. They were the favorite this week. I bet on Clemson several weeks ago. I would be lying to you if I felt totally confident in that. Because LSU, the game we just watched, goddamn. I mean, that was something special out of Joe Burrow. Will they do it again? They blow their wad a little bit earlier than maybe they had planned. Clemson, LSU is this year's CFP title game. I think we were lucky this year. There were 3 clear-cut teams. Thank goodness we had a 14 playoff. Yeah, LSU skated through. Clemson would have gotten left out. That would have been wrong. Instead, because of the CFP system, there is a top 4, and we get number 1, number 3, Clemson trying to go back-to-back, LSU, maybe the first number 1 seed in the CFP, to actually win the whole thing.